Paul Baker, by the way. He had an amazing double crash. He cracked a rib. We'll get to that in a minute. Here we go.
So, goodness. Oh, he did. So we're in like maybe 7 minutes, not 7 minutes, 7 miles into the bike ride. It's a 22-mile bike ride. And everything's going smoothly. I'm listening to my music at the back, just, jamming out, not worried about anything. And then I'm biking and I see Paul, and it looks good. And everybody's crossed, right? And there's a path where there's cars coming in, but there's no cars now. And suddenly, out of nowhere, his bike turns to the side and he falls over. And I don't want to laugh because, it's messed up. But
I don't want to laugh. But
go ahead. You gotta ask him if he's okay first.
I know, I did. I went over there.
It was, excuse me, just one second. It was, are you okay? So our first question was, did you film it? And he goes, nah, unfortunately not. All right, so go ahead.
So that was the first spill. And, we took a minute, gave him a Gatorade, walked it off, got back up. On the bike,
Walked it off.
and then we kept going. And maybe, 10 minutes later, we're going, and then there's this little turn. There's a quick turn, left and then right. And we're going, and I think there's something on their pathway. And he hits the left brake by accident.
Which is the front part.
Yes, exactly.
So you're going over.
The wrong way.
Yeah. And he flips over, and he gets airtime. And he's going. I'm like, wow,
Airtime is huge.
He
Straight
just did a
crash.
double flip. I was like, is he going to land it? He didn't land it.
So now you know what they're thinking. Now's your turn. Like, that was going to be Mary Lou Retton right there. 10. All right, so go ahead, Crockett.
And he's there, and this crash was worse, but it was funnier than the first one. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, wow, I feel so bad, because, if it was me, I would also feel bad, and I walk up, check on him again, we walk a little bit more, take a break, maybe 5-10 minutes, we walk the bikes, give him another Gatorade, give him Gatorade, he drinks that.
How much Gatorade is he drinking?
Well, I had 2 Gatorades on it.
Okay.
He had the first one. He finished the first
Like,
one.
I hope he doesn't crash again. I'm out of Gatorade.
Give a Gatorade. And checking on him, walked. And I had a little bit mess up with the directions. And so I took us the wrong way a few times. And
Now, for the record, Mom will confirm Crockett knows this town inside and out. So he had to be like messed up for him to be making wrong turns. All right, go
this is
ahead.
the worst part. So we're going, and we're honestly like 5 minutes away. And we're going, I take a right. And it's like straight uphill.
Yes.
It's straight uphill.
Yes.
And I'm like, is this it? And I wasn't sure, so we went up. And he followed me uphill, and I felt so bad because I knew it wasn't the right path.
You're out of Gatorade.
Yeah, and it's not the path, that path. It's a house. Yeah, that's a house. So we go up, and I noticed that it's a house. And oh man, I'm messed up. This is not it. So we go back down. I felt so bad because he followed me up, and I was like, wow, that was a good job. And he didn't walk the bike. He didn't walk the bike. He actually biked up. He biked up. Yeah, it was impressive.
With a broken rib.
And he didn't flip. He did nothing.
Yeah, I was like, wow. And then we bike down, or he walks the bike down, and we take a little breather, and we stand in the shade. And then Woodard and I, we bike down to see if we're going the right way. And I'm like, oh yes, I recognize that. Yeah, that's where we go. And then we keep going, and we wait. 5 minutes later, we get back on the bikes. This spot is like downhill, so it's perfectly okay. We go downhill, then we take a right and go uphill a little bit, and we're going. And I noticed that I took the wrong turn. And I'm like, I can't admit this because this is the third time. Because now if they know, this will be embarrassing, right?
Good play.
So
Good
I'm
play.
like, they can't know. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's this way. That way just took longer. It was not that way. I was like, oh yeah, no, we can go this way too. And so we did go that way, but then we have to take a right. And he's like, you sure this right way? And I searched it up. And he was like, oh yeah, no, we can go this way. But it really wasn't the right way. Because just for my own dignity, you know?
Great story.
All right.
It's 5 minutes away.
Oh yeah.
We're not 5 minutes away.
So after
got that about 4
times. After the second crash, he asked me, he said, how far do you think we are? I said 5 to 10 minutes. And I wasn't sure. So that was like the first one that came to mind. And I pulled my phone out, and it said by car it was 12 minutes away. And I was like, oh no. I was like, oh, it might be 15 minutes. I changed it. I was like, it might be 15 minutes. And then we're biking, and as we're biking, I'm talking to myself like, yeah, no, it's not 15 minutes away. And then we keep going. And the second time he asked, he said, how far is it? I'm like, oh, it's like 5-10 minutes. We were biking for like now about 25 minutes, and we're still going. And the third time again, how far is it? I said, oh, maybe 2 minutes away. And we stopped, and it's like 30 minutes, and now we're like an hour late. And
Which way you going?
to a place. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh my goodness.
What's the moral here? Stay with the group.
All right, Woodard. What did he miss?
Nothing. He did an excellent job.
What was Miss Woodard doing this whole time?
He was listening.
Watching me. No, Miss Woodard. Mrs.
Oh, Miss Orfeo, she was being very kind. She was biking with us. He's like, have to be there to make sure everyone's safe. And I was like, yeah, I understand that. And she was. And she walked his bike, and I walked the other one. And yeah, she was helpful, very helpful.
Well, you will appreciate this. Mrs. Doe informed me this evening that while she did great, she was like, I didn't know I could go beyond sixth gear. I was in the same gear the whole time. So low speed, high speed, she was in sixth gear the whole time.
That's me.
All right, is there anything we missed, Paul, about your
Yeah,
crashes?
there's one thing. He kind of looked away from me. He wouldn't look at me when he said 15 minutes.
Hey, he's not going to lie straight to your face.